Hello and welcome to Hyperdog Digital. Today we're going to take a look at a gaming mouse by P-Jing. And you can see we got the box and the mouse here already. There really wasn't anything else in the box but the mouse itself. There were actually no instructions or anything else, which is fine. There's really not much to a mouse. It's pretty easy to figure that out. So let's go ahead and take a look at it right here. It is a very nice looking mouse, very mean looking. Which for most gamers is something that they're generally going to be looking for. It is got a lot of metal on it. There's metal on both sides, right here in the middle and on the bottom. It has a really nice weight to it, and a pretty decent ergonomic design. If you're really going for true ergonomics, it's going to be a little bit higher, but that's okay. It does feel pretty nice in your palm, and just works pretty well. It is a 6-button mouse, and the buttons are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The DPI button counts as a button here. Other than that, there's really not much else to it. Using it, it does work very well. I had no problems with it. It retails for $14.99 on Amazon, which is really very good for a gaming mouse. And I was expecting it to be a little bit cheap, but it really isn't. It's solidly built. It's a decent weight. It works really well. I know there are other gaming mice out there that have a few more buttons or a few more bells and whistles, but you know, if you're looking for something pretty simple and just works and looks cool, this is definitely a good buy for you. Take a real quick look at the cable as well. It is a braided cable, which I do like more than the rubber cable. Seems to last a lot longer, and that's not anything too out of the ordinary. Most people are aware of that. Let's go ahead and plug this in real quick, just to show you the colors on here. And it does light up, and there's several spots throughout the mouse where the LED comes through. And there are 4 different colors that it does light up with, which is purple, red, green, and blue. And when you're not browsing through the DPI settings, which changes the colors, it actually has what they call or what's called a breathing effect, where the colors will dim out and switch between each one, which is actually really pretty cool. Though not terribly unique, but it is neat. Now, as I said, you can hit the DPI button and it will switch you through the different colors on here. Unfortunately, with this particular device that I got, it looks like the green LED is not working. It doesn't really matter at this point. It still switches between the different DPIs. It looks like it just goes through blue twice for whatever reason. So it still works fine. It's just a little cosmetic detail. And the DPI settings on here are 1200 DPI is actually the purple. If you're scrolling through, 1600 DPI for red, 2400 DPI for green, and 3200 DPI for purple. And for those that don't know, DPI stands for dots per inch. And the higher the DPI setting, the more sensitive the cursor is, or the mouse is on your screen. So if you've ever had a mouse and just touched a little bit and it flies across the screen, that's because generally the DPI is set very high. So in conclusion, this is a really nice gaming mouse. It worked very well for me when I was testing it out. The scroll bar is very large and has plenty of grip, so you don't slip off of that, and you can punch the button real easy. Because it's a good weight, it just is easy to move across the desk and your mouse pad, whatever. So it retails for $14.99 on Amazon, which again I think is just a fantastic price for a gaming mouse. It doesn't have probably all the bells and whistles that some of the more expensive ones have. I know that there's some that have 20 buttons and whatnot, but this is a solid purchase for just your standard gaming mouse. If you just want to do some quick gaming, It'll work real well for you. It's solid. It's well built, and it just looks pretty darn cool. So that's it. Thanks again for joining us here at Hyperdog Digital, and we hope to see you again soon. Thank you.